Hey guys, Quotes Yellow Jacket here, and today we're going to talk about the popular franchise that is Jurassic Park. It was first a book by Michael Crichton. I actually own the collector's edition of the first two novels. I own the original Jurassic Park and the Lost World in one book. It's pretty swell. But, there's Jurassic Park, The Lost World, Jurassic Park 3, and hopefully Jurassic Park 4. I'm going to provide a little insight on this, along with another movie. Now, in June 2002, director Steven Spielberg told a magazine that he planned to produce Jurassic Park 4. Now, we just can't believe everything. Just like people saying that, there's going to be, spikes in Minecraft just because of off one single tweet that Notch did, or something. But there's actually very good things going on. But Jurassic Park 4 was delayed for a couple years, and there was a delay in the production was due to repeated revisions of the film's script. And sometimes the story would change, the script would change, there would be a lot of confusion. But also Jeff Goldblum was expressed some interest in reprising his role in the fourth film, so look for that. Also, Laura Dern was asked to return to the new film, but I'm not confirming nor denying anything. But Jurassic Park 3 director John Johnston revealed that in an interview in January 2010 that Jurassic Park 4 was set in the beginning of a second Jurassic Park trilogy. Hintity hint hint. Hopefully we're going to have 3 more movies out of this. But there's also a sort of awesome factor and a sort of oh no factor. Because, whenever it comes to sequels, sometimes the people absolutely ruin it and make you ashamed to even like that thing now. But hopefully they know what they're doing. Steven Spielberg, he usually does pretty cool stuff. Sometimes it's hit and miss, but when it comes to Jurassic Park, it's mostly dead on. But that's just my opinion. But Johnston says once he finishes Captain America, he'll hopefully develop Jurassic Park 4 with Spielberg. He also enthusiastically has confirmed the likelihood of the film's production more than once. On June 15, 2011, it was reported that Spielberg has been brainstorming with writer Mark, I'm not even going to say that, it is a really wacky name, Protasevich. I'm extremely sorry if I said that wrong, which I probably did, on a film that happened to be the 4th film in the franchise. It's unclear whether it's a reboot or the 4th installment of the original series. Hopefully it's not a reboot, because I don't like reboots. I had a lot of questions after the 3rd Jurassic Park movie, like, where the heck did the Petrodons go? Where the crap are they going to fly to? What's going to happen? And usually, whenever it comes to things such as going on YouTube and looking up something that's God honest, there always has to be people that make really... I'm not really saying that they're really dumb fan trailers, just that I do not want to see that when I'm trying to look up something real. Because nowadays, you can't even trust your sources unless it's like IGN. But even then, you have to be careful. Because there's a lot of people that are making fan trailers, which some of them just suck completely. Just taking footage from the old films. No. I don't enjoy that at all. Also, coming up with the next topic on that. Okay, also, at the 2011 San Diego Comic-Con, Spielberg confirmed the preparations for Jurassic Park 4 were in progress. With a story steady and a script being written, Spielberg said it would be possibly released within 2 or 3 years, with a representative from Universal saying 2013 would be the preferred deadline for completion. I'm not going to read the cast. You can just go and look that up on the Wikipedia page. But now we're going to be talking about Godzilla 2010. Now, if you're like any cool... Well, I'm not a cool person. But if you're any person that enjoys movies with monsters smacking the crap out of each other, then you'll like Godzilla, because I know I enjoy it. And probably the first movie I ever read that was Japanese dubbed, and it had English subtitles, would probably be a Godzilla movie, which was pretty neat. That probably paved the way for me liking other things by the Japanese culture. Now, let's read on. We're not going to talk about the entire thing, but I'm just going to state out there that the one Biollante is probably the coolest looking monster out there. It's like freaking Rose, Crocodile, Godzilla, punch you in the face, steal your wallet kind of monster. But the American reboot does not count at all. Just horrible movie. The American reboot was just bad. There was no remake ever necessary. And placing it in New York, how unoriginal is that? Or how original is that? Because, mostly a lot of movies that are placed in New York nowadays. And not just in the state, in New York, New York. It's like, come on. Things happen everywhere else. Why is it just focused on the place where everybody just shoots coffee into their vein via syringe and just angrily shouts into their phone? And I apologize if you're from New York, because, I'm not really sure if they do that, because that seems unhealthy. Just shooting coffee straight up into your veins using a syringe. That's true. That's how you get AIDS. And make sure that your coffee syringes are sterilized. But, other than that, let's see, blah, blah, blah. Godzilla 1998, director Roland Emmerich, Monsters co-star Baby Godzilla. The TriStar American remake, no, that is bad. That is really bad. I do not like that. I do not enjoy that one bit. But, I'm hopeful for Godzilla and whatnot. But, it's crazy dinner time over at my house. But, oh, which one was Final Wars? Let me see. Like, right now, I'm just on the Wikipedia page. But I remember one that was really close to, it was newish, and I really enjoyed it and stuff. It was basically with the aliens, and everybody was like, oh yeah, you're pretty cool. And then there's this one guy who's supposed to be like the president or the mayor of some place that I don't know of, like Tokyo or whatever. Just like, oh yeah, let's interview you on the news station. And so, like, this chick brings out a dog, like, and then the alien dude's just like, oh yeah, that's my dog. And then the news chick's like, bitch, please, it's my dog. And so that happens. And, so aliens come out, I'm guessing. And on a side note, Cloverfield. When are they gonna do something with that? Because everybody's just thinking, what happened? What's going on? Because I saw the movie Cloverfield in theater. And it wasn't one of those, oh yeah, I saw the trailer on TV, let's do this. Just, one day me and my dad were bored, just like, hey, let's go see a random movie. We saw that, my dad hated it, I was iffy about it. My dad's not really the kind of person to enjoy monster movies. But, are they going to do something with Cloverfield? Because I want them to. Except for just get rid of the shaky camera style, because it made me feel like I was watching, just makes me feel like I'm watching a YouTube video. But I just want a little bit more steady things. Because, don't ruin it like Transformers was. Because, oh my god, that was ruined. Oh my god. And I'm sort of the fan of the cartoon, the thing that I grew up with. just the cool stuff, and then Michael Bay comes in. Oh yeah, we'll have the characters, but let's make up an entirely new storyline and just kick everything else out the window. Let's just put in explosions, guys looking at explosions, guys looking away from fire, guys in fire, and just more explosions. The summary of every Michael Bay film, or at least every one that I've saw. But did not enjoy Transformers. Saw the first one, I thought, the effects are cool, but the plot's terrible. You know, Shia LaBeouf from, I don't know what he played, but he was in a sitcom with this one chick, Even Stevens or something. But, you know, my friend saw that, and he said that, oh yeah, the effects were cool, but no plot. But, you know, that's just, you know, I don't like that. But, you know, what's Cloverfield gonna do? How are they going to, you know, make that? They just, like, left a huge, giganticus freaking cliffhanger at the end. Just, they bombed the crap out of it. It's still alive. Kills people. Well, kills HUD, the guy that no one really liked. Or at least I didn't like him. He was like, oh yeah, man, I have the camera, dude. I'm so cool. And so he's like hitting on chicks. But then, after that happens, the monster eats him. Then the dork and the girlfriend, they're just like, I don't love you any other time, but whatever, there's a monster about to eat me. Sure, I'll go with you. And so, yeah, basically that happens. A bunch of bull crap. If I was the guy who just kicked her right off the building, I would have walked that entire way just to kick her off the building. Because, you know what? Leaving me on when I'm about to go to Japan, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna be your friend now just because there's a monster. Screw you. I'm going home. And so then people die. And then Rob and Beth. And, people die. But then Rob and Beth take turns leaving their last testimonies of the day, which Rob mentions as Saturday, May 23rd on the camera. The bridge crumbles and debris covers the camera. The film then cuts to the footage of Rob and Beth's Coney Island date on April 27th. In the distance, unnoticed by Rob and Beth, a large object falls into the ocean. At the end of the credits, a voice whispers, "Help us," played backwards. It is revealed to be, "It's still alive." So basically, they need to do something with that. They absolutely did nothing. And, you know, it takes time to make movies, but, you know, how long has it been? It was in 2008, and it's 2011 right now. That's 3 years in my book. Or around that time, because, you know, dates and crap. But at least a trailer. At least a trailer. And their budget was $25 million, and they got 100. Oh dear Lord, 170,764,126 whatevers, but they made more than they paid for it, so net gain, a lot of money. So the question is, get this freaking movie going again. But this is already branching over the 14:30 mark. I'm gonna end this now, and so see you guys later, and tell me what you think of movies and crap, so blah blah blah.